Welcome everybody, Division 2 action. We're going to feature some legacy now between Anthony Frederiksson, who I'm sorry his name was partially cut off there, and Nick Peterson at the top of the screen. Nick's returning after a bit of a breakaway. I think he had about 2 or 3 seasons off. He played Season 6 was his last one, and he actually won the legacy title then. So this is his bread and butter in the leagues, legacy. He's probably playing BR Reanimator, we'll have to see, and the reason I say that is because, as you can see, he's featured on the podcast previously where we actually discuss this. Yeah, there's the Badlands first up. For Anthony, there's sort of, I think it's a blue-black Death Shadow list. I think he played this last season as well. He's a pretty regular in the podcast as well, and often features with his one of his friends, Jason Clark, who's a regular for the leagues as well, but hasn't played for probably a few seasons now. You can see the Watery Grave is kind of the giveaway here. The Watery Grave is the giveaway along with the Street Wraith getting cycled. So there's only a few minor differences between these two decks. Between the modern and the legacy version for Anthony. It's obviously, you can see in the hand there, Force of Will and a slightly improved mana base. For Nick on the other side, he's got problems now because Anthony's taken the aggressive route here. He's down to 6 with 2 Force of Wills and a Stubborn Denial in hand, so very tough for Nick to fight his way out of this. He's going to actually Thought Seize Anthony here. Anthony can just take this. The reason he takes that is because he could have Stubborn Denialed it, but yeah, Nick's seen enough, too many counter spells, so we're going to game 2. You look at Anthony, he's going to keep it. That's super risky keep. He can cycle the Street Wraith to possibly find we can't even find a Force of Will because he doesn't have the other blue card to exile to it, so. And there's 2 Chancellors in the opening hand, so he's just straight up dead here if Nick's got the combo pieces. Let's see if he does. He's got the Lotus Petal. Oh, he passes. So, okay, so my guess here is that Nick's sitting on Entomb. He's going to play Entomb on end step, and in Wasteland, though, is going to stop that idea. So we'll see if he's going to Entomb here. He does not. He passes. I think his plan was to Entomb and then reanimate with the 2 mana spell on the next turn. 5 cards in hand. Oh, so that Wasteland was huge. It's cut him off of mana altogether now. So he's gone Faithless Looting to try and find something. Discards Chancellor of the Annex. 2 chances, so he's got nothing to reanimate here. He's got a basic swamp, so there's a start. But I kind of suspect he's just off that one spell that he needs. So we're going to see a Thought Seize here. This is going to be pretty big from Anthony. So this will protect him. Oh, of course, the Chancellor. Well, it looks like Anthony forgot. I forgot. Everyone forgot. No, this is his first spell. So now it was just a pass. He's got the Force of Will, but he doesn't have the blue to back it up. And he's going to have a Gurmag Angler here. The Angler is going to get outclassed, though, by those Chancellors. But Nick's going to need to find that second source, which is a Lotus Petal or a land. Who's he unmasking? Okay, so he's targeting. He's unmasking Anthony here. Gets rid of the Force of Will. Here comes Reanimate. Okay, so he's got his spell now, so Chancellor of the Annex is down. This is going to check the Gurmag Angler. You can see the life total is 13 to 12. And importantly here, Dismember will not get the Chancellor either. So he's got to try and suck him in with an attack from the Gurmag Angler. Let's see if he's going to do it. Does he block? Does not fall for it. I'm surprised that Anthony didn't run out the 2 Death Shadows there. I think he's just dead because he didn't play the Death Shadows. Well, he's going to be able to buy himself a turn with Dismember. But yeah, he actually would have had lethal on board if he'd played the Death Shadows last turn. He's going to have to take 2 from the Dismember here because he can't play all 4 with life because the Chancellor's going to counter 1. So he's got to pay the 1. Yeah, I think that's a big mistake not playing the Death Shadows. He missed an opportunity for lethal. And here's the card I was talking about, Exhume. The 2 mana. I suspect this was in his opening hand, the way he was playing. He's going to get the second Chancellor, so he's going to counter... You've got to pay 2 on every single upkeep now. And you can see there's a concession from Anthony, so we're going to go to game 3. Now this is a pretty funny interaction here. Oh, he's got the Chancellor again. Because Anthony's got the Reanimate, you can see it there. So what's going to happen is he could possibly let Ponder gets countered. He could possibly let Nick resolve something like an Entomb or let him resolve a Faithless Looting to put creatures in the graveyard, because then he can steal it with Reanimate. Yes, I suspect he's going to do exactly that right here. This is going to be a really nice catch. Yeah, so he's going to be able to get a Grizzlebrand or a Tidespout Tyrant for himself. This is gold. So he'll play out his own Reanimate. That's if he knows the interaction. Because it says return a creature card from a graveyard. I'd go for the Tidespout Tyrant, I think. If he takes a Tidespout Tyrant, it's just game over. Yeah, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He'll take Nick's Tidespout Tyrant. Now you can play out the Delver and bounce that land. This one is over. It was kind of a risky play from Nick because I think he saw the Reanimate in game 2. He'll let the Faithless Looting resolve because he's only interested in getting... And this will do it. So it's going to be a win here for Anthony. 2 games to 1. So he managed to get it out after the missed play in game 2.